starting to see the views. They tell you how many people watch it. Increasing. Amen. But this morning, let's go to Hebrews chapter 12. 2 verses. Verses 1 and 2. And it reads, wherefore, seeing we also are compassed about with so great a cloud of witnesses, let us lay aside every weight and the sin which doth so easily beset us, and let us run with patience the race that is set before us, looking unto Jesus, the author and finisher of our faith, who for the joy that was set before him endured the cross, despising the shame, and is set down at the right hand of the throne of God. This morning, we're going to take a subject in our final reality show series. Some of y'all may be familiar with it. We're going to talk about the biggest loser. The biggest loser. How many of y'all have seen that reality show, The Biggest Loser? And what they do, they get a whole bunch of people who have some extreme weight issues. And whichever one lose the most weight, they declare them to be the biggest loser. They win like $100,000, $200,000. So, but this morning we're going to take from that same, we're going to use the same pattern as the reality show, The Biggest Loser. So we're going to talk about the biggest loser this morning and understand that as we're coming to the end of 9, that there's some stuff you need to lose. See, and understand what they do on The Biggest Loser, because even on the show, they pair them up in teams. And they understand that not only do they pair them up in teams, but they give them trainers. Somebody to push them, that when they get weak and get tired and just feel like they can't make it no more, they have somebody to come along and push them even beyond what they think their capabilities are. Have you noticed here this year that you've been stretched so thin that you're like, I can't take nothing else? Because God is saying here that I want you to be the biggest loser. Why? Because I don't want you to take no dead weight over into what I'm about to do for you. Tell your neighbor, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go, let it go. So the challenge was not only to split them up into teams, and watch this. They put them with people that they never knew, but had the same issue that they had. Have you noticed you've been connected with people that you didn't know, but all of a sudden you find out from communication that they were going through some of the same stuff that you were going through? But understand, the Lord said, I pair you up so that you can relate with one another. Because it's one thing to be with somebody who don't have no idea what you're going through. And the only thing they can do is sit there and look down at you and be like, I don't see how you get caught up in something like that, because if it was me, I would have never did nothing like that. See, God didn't hook you up with somebody like that. God connected you with somebody who had the same issue that can show some compassion to what you were going through. Because you don't need that. It's enough. You know you jacked up. You don't need somebody else to beat you down. You need somebody to understand where you are. And watch it, y'all. You notice some stuff you couldn't tell everybody. But only somebody who understood where you are. Whew. That's what they do on this show, The Biggest Loser. They put them all into teams. And they understood that for what you are about to embark upon, you can't be by yourself. Proverbs talk about only a fool go alone. So this thing here, you don't need nobody. The devil is like, yes, you do. You know, because that's a new thing. I don't need nobody but Jesus. Watch this. If that was the case, okay, I ain't gonna talk about it. I ain't gonna test that. That's a new thing. I don't need nobody but Jesus. Jesus said, Adam, God told Adam, it ain't good for a man to be alone. And he wasn't talking about gender. In other words, what he was saying, it ain't good for you to be by yourself. Because talking to the animals is going to drive you crazy after a while. You need somebody that you can relate to because you don't need nobody to talk about, you need somebody to talk English back to you at times. Tell your neighbor, you need somebody. Just make sure you don't hook up with the wrong somebody. Oh, let me pause right there. Is there anybody in here you done hooked up and connected with the wrong somebody and you find all your business coming back twisted 100 ways? You're like, how in the world did it come back like that? It's because you hooked up and told the wrong somebody your business. Okay, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm the only one that has gone down that road. And by the time that you found out, it was too late. But the good thing about it, you learn one thing. I'll never do that again. Okay, let me get on back here. The biggest loser, so they put them in teams. They pair them up. And they give them a trainer. But notice what they do. They don't tell them the process of things that they're going to have to do to lose their weight. They just tell them by the end of the series, you would have lost over half of what you brought here. And everybody always get happy. Yeah, man, I'm going to reach my goal. But what you got to go through to get to your goal. So then, and watch this. The closer they got to their goal, thank you, hold on. If you ever watched the series, when they got about midways to their goal, that was the hardest point. Why? You want to know when you're at the point of breaking? That's the most intensified time of struggle. Y'all should have shouted on that one. Because a lot of y'all right now at the point of you at your breaking point. You're at the point where this thing is about to go, it's about to come into full manifestation of what you've been trying to get. And you just want, Lord, how in the world am I going to make it? What's going to happen now? And everything coming at you all at one time, north, south, east, and west. Before you can get over one thing, something else comes. Well, I come to let you know that you are at the point of breaking. And once you get to that breaking point, look out. It's nothing but downhill motion from this point forward. Tell your neighbor, you're going into something great. So their greatest resistance came as they were at the breaking point. What is the breaking point? The breaking point of the biggest losers, it was the point when they had to break their own mindset that they could achieve what was told to them. Break that down. The breaking point wasn't the fact that they couldn't lose the weight. It was changing their mind of how they saw themselves with the weight problem that they were having. In the breaking point, they were doing all this strenuous exercise to try to break their mind, to let themselves know you don't have to stay in the shape